So, right, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashami, Oshai, Ba'ashami, Kakodash. We said amongst the apostles and elders, a great most and all teachers or apostles in the truth. And we see politicians solely icons, they pushing the word of no truth and sincerity day in and day out, and constantly in season and season with say one. Once again, going into our video here, and this basically touching upon some news that have been recently released, right? But before going to the articles, I'd like to bring out the scripture. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3. I read from verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And just to say we in those perilous times. Because when you look up the word perilous, right? I'm going to bring it out. Miss perilous. Right? It's a perilous meaning, right? It's a full of danger or risk. So, and you see, you don't understand the time that we're in, all the things that are written to happen at the end, we in a dangerous time. We're in a time where we are at risk. We are at time, it's a full of danger or risk. So we in those times. Because no matter where it is you turn, no matter where it is you look, there's something happening, there's something taking place, just like this. So let me bring on the article here. It said this new FDA says it's preparing for a bird flu pandemic in people that could kill 1 in 4 Americans, Daily Mail reports, right? And they've been, because I've done a video about this bird flu a while back, right? And now it's becoming more more upfront where they're stating that it could cause a next endemic, right? And people that could kill 1 in 4 Americans, right? So you're seeing what it is they want to do. And with them putting all these kind of stuff, you don't know, just like the previous thing that happened, what it is they're trying to do, what it is they're going and doing, matter of fact. So that was, when I bring on the 2 Timothy, it say, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And we in those days, it have no, the belief and the things in people's mind and in the spirit is that things are going to get back normal. You understand? Things are going to get back good. The government going and save them. The government going and help them. You understand? The government going to take them out of wherever it is that's coming, or they will block it. When that's the furthest thing from the truth, right? We in those perilous times, right? We in those times of what? It should say danger, full of danger or risk. It also means exposed to imminent risk of disaster or ruin, right? And that's what's going to happen. We have seen wars, we've seen the pestilences, we've seen the disease, the earthquakes. We hear them talking about the changes in the weather. You understand how dangerous it is? We've seen all these things happening, right? And many, many other things that's taking place. The place is not, we're not in a good state right now. We are not in good times, right? We're not in good, we in the end of times. You understand? So that can never mean we in good times. We are not. To the simple and to the wicked, right, who want to continue to do wickedness, yeah, they might think we in a good state, but we are not. You understand? You guys are not in a good state, right? So it say, so let me just read some of the comments here. Say, is this how they explain the time, right? It say, this person say, call it. So he put up a post in the 19th of April 2023. He said you need to wait for the start of the next presidential election season, and he mentioned the bird flu is in the playbill, right? And guess what? He wasn't wrong, right? And this is just to show you that you could literally play off of the things that they're going and do, right? So this person mark here, this isn't a pandemic, right? So, and this is just to say, it will always have the unbelievers, and even if this doesn't come, it have many other things that is going to take place, right? Right now, to show that, I'm gonna go up a little bit, right? And just by this page here, you can see how much things happening, right? You see the war that's taking place in the Middle East. You see China, you see news here about China, and China says still issued a warning against U.S. Navy ship in South China Sea. We're seeing these things. Now, this is the next thing I want to mention here. Right? They say world told to brace for severe G4 geometric solar storm, the first in nearly 20 years, and it could disrupt GPS satellites and power grids. Right? And I think they did repost. Right, look at here. They did report it back and said a severe solar storm this weekend threatens to trigger blackouts, and we don't know blackouts and losing electricity, losing these things was mentioned to happen. All these things taking place. I say we in those perilous times, right? We in those perilous times. Let me jump to our scripture here. It say this is 2 Ezra chapter 14 verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. They say so much more that evil shall increase, and that is what we're seeing. Do you know what blackouts could cause? If blackouts do happen, because again, this is things that was being mentioned because America recently came out and said that China is planning to attack them. By using by doing blackouts, by shutting off some of the internet and so forth and so on. You know, these things is being mentioned, and it can lead to a lot of stuff, because let me just say it do have a big blackout. You know what kind of stuff is going to be done inside of that? Do you know the kind of chaos that's going to be that's going to happen? The kind of, knowing how evil people is right now, knowing how people are the edge, people going on massacre each other, right? And that is just the time that we're in, right? That's the time that we're in. So it says so much more evil shall increase, right? And evil is increasing. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 21. It says, behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You understand? And this is the kind of things that I say we in those perilous times. To the fact where they're talking about a solar storm causing blackouts, right? We now read what about the right? Read about the bird flu, right? And let me just read some of the comments here on this thing. It say, I think this time it only affects Facebook, Hulu, Netflix, and Fox News. Everything else is fine. Carry on, right? This have been running story for like 6 months, which is true because we have seen stuff happen before about this, right? This won't happen until around November the 5th. I know this was going to happen, right? Make sure everybody is prepared if the power grid goes down. We discuss here. So you're seeing people talking about it now. If it happened, it didn't happen. We know these things are. You're seeing these things being mentioned. You're seeing these things happening, right? You're seeing these things that are going to take place. I would say, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, right? I say, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. And we've seen that. Matter of fact, this is what we're going to take. It say, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, because we don't see what is happening with food, right? And I say, the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Say, you might get away from the famine, but you might escape the hunger, but the sword wait in fear. You know, because it's going to be so much of things happening. You escape one, there's another one waiting. And if you don't have the load out here, yo, right? So you see, we see many things about the wars here, Philippines, China, right? But this is the next thing I want to touch on. I say humans have made our planet warmer, more polluted, and ever less hospitable to many species, and these changes are driving the spread of infectious disease. New research reveals how complex the effects are. So you're seeing all these things you're talking about. It's literally nothing is good right now. People fail to realize they're not in a good state, but the NID, that's what it's supposed to be. Thinking everything good, right? Thinking everything good, thinking everything going to be good, and but for the righteous, they wouldn't be caught like that, So pay attention to what is happening all around there, right? So with that, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We said, I'm going to support Elders agree, Mr. Will teachers or person in the truth. And we say salutations, so they are concept pushing the word on the truth and sincerity, the day and the out. No conciliation, no season, we say, Shalom.